between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Lawrence going to put it up right away. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now Lawrence on first down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He completes it to Ridley. Touchdown, Jaguars! Calvin Ridley with career touchdown number 60. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. To speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you do?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The corner blitz pays off. There is a sack for a loss of 5.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything, every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
On second down, ETN once more. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. On third down, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The Jaguars hit 9-3 here on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ready?
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They tried the throw on second down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Lawrence going to throw again. And able to find Kirk complete. Touchdown! Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
2nd and 5 now. Darnold. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Powers through him. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Darnold. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles. And a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. Room here to run. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Quick throw out wide, and Pierce has got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Taylor trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line, so if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple of more times.
2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Taylor again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Taylor. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And they get 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Gay knocks this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Lawrence. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 17-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He targets Ingram for another grab. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They'll run with Etienne. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there.
61, back box, right.
And they'll run with Etienne. And this time he is in. Travis Etienne in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. And a white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. Operating gun set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Alec Pierce, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
This is caught. Touchdown, Colts. Michael Pittman, 35 yards. And the Colts have got it back to within a score. And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, This looked like this was about over. Instead, they've got hope. They're back in the game. They feel better about themselves, and now they have a chance to make some more plays.
Gay is on for the point after. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Lawrence. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Dayo Odeyingbo coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A give for Taylor running right side. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
68 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
Calling no gain that time. They're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time. So make sure you get in shape.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run once more with Taylor. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here. Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Lawrence will throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Ready, set. Hey, Alpha.
Here's Lawrence. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Pilot, 64, alert.
They'll try the left side with Etienne.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Hey, Delta. Hey, Foxtrot. Bravo.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, Charlie.
Now Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
To about the 26 here.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Etienne once more. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts' 19-yard line. 70 yards on the ground for him so far.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range.
Down. Great zone, travel.
Etienne up the middle. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Jaguars answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will
back now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Darnold to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this nearly intercepted. Really should have been. And he caught it, will seal it instead. One more chance coming up on 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Handoff running left is Etienne to the 27-yard line.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Back to throw, Lawrence.
He completes it to Ridley. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Tell us all the time, it's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Jacksonville, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam